The EmoPain project is an EPSRC funded project, a collaboration between the UCL Interaction Center, the Clinical Psychology Department at UCL, Imperial College and Leicester University. The aim of the project is to develop a system that helps persons with musculoskeletal chronic pain to maintain a program of physical activity. This technology will be able to monitor the movement and, most importantly, the emotional state of the person while doing physical activity in order to provide personalized feedback that can support them to do the physical exercise.
Chronic pain is a very widespread problem. There are about 4.5 million GP appointments every year for chronic pain and many others in specialist clinical settings. Pain has a major impact on quality of life. It affects almost everything that people do. It affects their mood and their social life and how they feel about themselves. We're all used to acute pain, and when we have that, we're careful how we move, we take care of ourselves, and that makes sense when we're healing and there's a recovery path. Some pain carries on beyond that point, and it's no longer a sign of damage, but it's hard for the person with pain to be confident that they're not going to hurt themselves more by being active and not being careful.
We are at the Pamela Lab. This is an EPSRC facility developed by Professor Nick Taylor for the Accessibility Research Group at the Civil Engineering Department of UCL. We are now in the phase of data collection to collect data to create the system that has the ability to automatically recognize the emotional state of the person.
In chronic pain, emotion is expressed in the way people move and in the tension in their muscle. For instance, bending very cautiously and stiffly. Even the way people with chronic pain stand can tell you how they feel.
As the person is doing physical activity, the motion capture sensor placed on her body and the electromyography sensor capture joint rotation and muscle activity and send this information wirelessly to the computer. Using machine learning technique, these data are automatically analyzed and the emotional state of the person is detected.
Different types of pain and different intensities of pain show up in the temporal dynamics of facial expressions, the timing and the speed at which someone makes a facial expression. Although the goal is to, in the end, have a system that works in people's homes or at the workplace, this is still ongoing research and it is very hard to actually recognize these different temporal dynamics of facial expressions. We therefore use an array of cameras to capture the best possible view of the face, and we also use very high frame rate cameras so we can capture all the details of the temporal dynamics. Another sensor we're using is the microphone. Emotional states such as pain, anxiety and stress affect the voice and affect the audio that we pick up with those microphones. For instance, after every session, the participant pronounces their pain level and their anxiety level. And using machine learning techniques, we can then learn exactly what the patterns in the audio is that distinguish pain and anxiety from a normal state.
Once the emotional state has been detected, this information is used to personalize the feedback to support the physical activity.
For most chronic pain, there's no cure and the treatments available are only partially effective. Chronic pain is a lifetime problem and people with chronic pain need support like this to help them become more independent and pick up their lives again.